Started with sunscreen. We will be using Neutrogena's Ultra Sheer Dry Touch SPF 55. This is a summer festival look, and we will more than likely be spending a lot of time outside. It is very important to wear your sunscreen off by applying a little bit of time to your face. Work that into your skin and let it sit about 5 to 10 minutes before proceeding with your makeup look. Now that I have let sit my sunscreen for around 5 to 10 minutes, I am going to go ahead and proceed with the rest of my makeup, and we are going to get started with the eyebrow. Today's eyebrow look, I will be using Salavi's Eyebrow Addiction. This is brow powder, and it comes in 2 shades. It comes with a warm brown and a cooler toned brown. Using my 7B brow brush by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I am going to go in with the warm shade. Makeup Revolution's Soap Brow product. So I'm going to start off by spraying a little bit of setting spray, and I am using LA Girls setting spray, and blend the soap and the setting spray until I get this thick consistency. Once I have the consistency that I want, I will go ahead and take a little bit of that with my brush. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I am applying the soap on my eyebrows, and I like to comb my eyebrows first in the opposite direction to get that brow product in there really well. So I've applied the amount that I like or that I want. I go ahead and let this sit for like a minute or 2, and then I go back in with my brush and start brushing my eyebrow hair in place. We've let a minute pass by, so now I will go ahead and start combing my eyebrows in place. And this is what they look like. They do look a little crazy, but this is not the end result. And this is the laminated brow look that we are going for. Now I will be cleaning them up a little bit using Wet n Wild's Mega Glow Correction Stick, and this is what it looks like. To clean them up, I will use my e.l.f. smudge brush. I have been using my e.l.f. smudge brush for years to clean my eyebrows, and it is the only brush that I use. Cleaning up the top portion of my eyebrow, I will be using the same brush, but instead of using my concealer, I am going to go ahead and go with the foundation that I will be using. Now I am going to go ahead and blend this out. This is the end result for the brows. There's no wrong way or right way to do your makeup. Personally, the way that I like to do it, especially since I'm going to be working with a little bit of black, I like to do my eyes first, just in case I have any fallout. It's easier to clean my under eye area without, messing up my makeup. Being said, I'm going to get started with my eyes. Then once I'm done with the eyes, I will go ahead and proceed with the rest of my makeup. In order to get that defined wing eyeliner look, I am going to go ahead and go in with a little bit of tape. So I will be applying. The look is very neutral and it is very simple. We are doing somewhat of a cut crease, but it'll be a very soft cut crease. Applying that tape right here. Looking a little crazy, but I promise that the end result will be stunning. You will love just how easy it is to really do a smoked out eyeliner with. So now that I have applied the tape where I want my eyeliner to go, I am going to go ahead and apply the same concealer I used to clean up my eyebrows to my eyelids so that I can use as a base. And with my sponge, I am just going to go ahead and blend that out on my eyelid. So for today's makeup look, we are using Morphe's Brunch Babe palette. It is a 15B palette. It comes with 15 shades, and they are mostly neutral shades, as you can see. with the exception of about 4. We have like 2 pinks and 2 corals in there, but for today's look we will be using nothing but neutral shades. We are ready to go in with our eyeshadow. I did one eye off. As you can see, it is very simple, very neutral, and what's going to make this pop in the end is going to be the rhinestones that I will be adding. But for now, let's get started with the eyeshadow look so that you all can see step by step how I achieved this cut crease eyeshadow. And first we're going to get started with the black shade in the palette, which is called Black Coffee, and go in with this very thin brush. This brush is by BH Cosmetics. It is in the number 106, and I am going to take that black shade and I am going to start drawing out my eyeliner. Remember, this is a smoked out eyeliner look. Now we're going in with the shade Patio, and we're going to apply that right on top of the black shade that we just applied. Going in with the color Besos, we are going to be applying this brown shade on top of our dark brown shade, and we're going to start blending that out very, very softly. Now I'm going in with the color Weekend with a fluffy brush. I'll tap out the excess, and I'm going to start blending that out right on top of all these colors. We're taking a little bit of our black shade again with the same brush that we used in the beginning. Tap off the excess, and we are going to go ahead and apply that in the inner corner of our eye. And we're going to take the shade Patio with the same brush that we used. Now we go back in with the shade Besos and this brush right here. With this fluffy brush, we will be taking in the shade Weekend, and we will be applying that on our brow bone and this inner corner. Using the same concealer that I used to clean up the brows, I will go ahead and do my cut crease, and this is the concealer brush that I will be using. I will be taking a very small amount since this is a very, very soft cut crease. So I am going to go ahead and go in with my concealer and my brush. Cut crease technique is something that really helps with my hooded eyes, and it makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. Specifically, this technique right here is one that I am obsessed with because of the effect it gives my small eyes. So if you are a person with hooded eyes, this is a technique that you might want to try. You might want to start practicing with your cut creases because it is a game changer for people with small eyes or hooded eyes. So I am taking this big fluffy brush and I am going in with Bottomless Mimosas, and this is a shimmering shade. I will go ahead and apply this shimmer to our cut crease. We are done with our eyeshadow look, and this is what it looks like. I am going to go ahead and remove the tape on camera so that you all can see the difference the tape makes when it comes to wing eyeliner. So there you have it. As you can see, it is a very, very, very sharp eyeliner wing. If you struggle with eyeliner, you know, to get that very sharp, precise wing, the tape hack is something that you might want to try. Continue with our base. It is time to move on to our foundation, but first we are going in with our mattifying primer by L'Oreal. So those are the areas that I target with my primer. Now that I have primed my face, I am going to go ahead and go in with my Born This Way foundation in the shade by Too Faced in the shade Almond. I like to apply it on my brush first. And the brush that I am using today is by Equal Tools, and it is the Ultimate Buff brush. and I am obsessed with this brush for foundation. When going in with foundation, I like to start off with very little product, and if I feel I need more coverage, then I build it up. And I do the same thing on the other side of my face. Now we're going to do a little bit of cream contour, and I will be using this makeup stick by Juvia's Place in the shade Granada, that's how you pronounce it in Spanish. I'm going to take a little bit of the product with my sponge, and I start applying it in the areas that I want to contour. If I find that I need more product, I go back in with my sponge and I take a little bit more. But this way I have more control of the amount of product I apply on my face. Brush. This is by Real Techniques, and it is the contour brush. So the cream product that I have on my face, I will be blending it out with my brush. Now I'm going to be concealing the under eye area of my eyes, and I first like to go in with a concealer that is very close to my skin tone. So I will be using Clinique's Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer in the shade Ivory. And what I like to do is apply very little in this area right there. Then I like to blend it out with my sponge. To conceal the other areas of my face where I want to bring light to, I will be using Tarte's Shape Tape Concealer, and I take very little bit at a time and I apply it in the areas that I want to brighten. For my under eye area, I like to go with my concealer brush first, and then whatever is left, I blend it out with my sponge. Before continuing with baking, I like to set my under eye area right here first, and I like to use e.l.f.'s HD powder to set that area first, for the reason that this powder is very, very fine. Therefore, it sets my concealer without making it crease or making my under eye area look dry. I like to take this powder since it is very, very fine. And with this brush, it is by, I believe this brush is by Wet n Wild. It's just a regular shadow brush, but it's very fluffy. I like to take the product and apply it specifically in this area right here. So for me, this has worked wonders. It has been a game changer. So if you all try it and you end up liking it, let me know. See if this also worked for you. Now, to mattify and keep my oil a little bit under control, I am going to go ahead and bake. And for today, I will be using Born This Way Loose Setting Powder. So it looks a little crazy, but this is where I like to bake. And I am going to go ahead and let this powder sit for about 5 minutes. And I will be back to continue the rest of the look. So the 5 minutes are up, and with my fluffy brush, I am going to gently remove any excess powder. So now I'm going to go in with Wet n Wild's bronzer for my contour, and I love this bronzer because it has a very, very subtle, like shimmering pigments, but it doesn't look too glittery. It is just a very, very nice glow. and highlighter. For blush, we have this Honolulu Hideaway from BH Cosmetics, and that is what it looks like. For highlight, we have this Wet n Wild loose highlighter powder. It is in the shade I'm So Lit. So for lips, I am going in with two products. I am going in with this Wet n Wild Brown Lip Liner, and I am going in with a Juvia's Place Reflective Gloss in the shade Sis. I went ahead and finished the rest of my eye look off camera. I added a little bit of black and brown to the bottom, and I went in with my Maybelline Sky High Mascara, which is waterproof. And to complete this festival look, of course, we need our rhinestones, and I have this pack here that I ordered off of Amazon, and it came with this pen right here to hold the rhinestone. And what I did, I just applied very little glue, my lash glue, to the rhinestone, and then now I am going to go in and place it right there. So this is the look for our summer festival makeup look. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I hope that you all got to take something from this if you have oily skin or hooded eyes. As you can see, this is a very simple glam, a very neutral glam, but the rhinestones, I feel, are what is like are the special touch that make it that summer festival look. And I went ahead and just stuck with 3. I thought 4 would be just a little bit too much, but let me know what you all think. I will leave all my links down in the description below, so make sure you go visit me on Instagram, on Facebook, and until next time, bye.